Good morning. Good morning. I am so proud of myself. It's only 7:47 and I'm already awake. I've been awake for I think an hour. This is a feat. And I've just been hanging out in my office and just getting ready for the day. My day, I've planned on cleaning the entire house. So I wanted to get started here, get the day started off right. And also, sometimes, so I'm following this formula that we talk about, right? Where you act on your highest excitement. And I'm like, well, cleaning my house is probably not my highest excitement. But when I walked out of my room this morning, I saw my vacuum cleaner and it was full to the brim. You could see all the gunk in there. And I got excited. So, I started to feel like, oh, yay, I'm going to dump that out later and clean the whole house. So, it was a sign from my higher mind that this is what I'm supposed to do today. So, I'm drinking a loose leaf tea from Teas on Tea. It's the lavender Earl Grey. I'll put a link in the description below if they still sell it. By the way, if I mean, don't blame me, but I tea doesn't, in my experience, I have not discovered that tea is really that bad after the date that it says it's supposed to go until, it'll say best before whatever date. Like it might be a couple years out from when they packaged it, but there are so many teas that I've had for a long time, and I still use them, and they're still good as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if they'll kill you, so don't say, "Oh, Jamie said it's fine to drink tea way later," but drink your expired tea at your own risk. But I do all the time. Okay, so I have something that I want to do with you guys, all 21 of you. Okay, all 21 of my subscribers. I've told you before that I have a life coach slash tarot reader. And I've been thinking about pulling an oracle card here every morning. So now it's interesting because I've been worried about alienating people that are not into that kind of thing, or they think it's from Satan. I was certainly raised to, be very dubious of tarot cards. I was told that they were of the devil. And bless my mom's heart, she probably wouldn't say the same thing now. She almost certainly would not say the same thing now. But at the time I was raised, she thought that they were, they had evil surrounding them. And I think I mentioned this too. She also thought that way about the Ouija board, but I still won't go near that. And I don't think she would either. So I have with me an oracle deck, and uh like hear me out. There are these beautiful oracle decks. They're all coming out over this year according to different seasons, and they are called the Seasons of the Witch. Now, this is more, it's interesting because Brooke, my tarot reader, has been pulling cards from this deck or decks like it. And they're they're sweet and they're beautiful, and they embrace the beauty of the seasons of the earth. And I think they're more leaning into the idea of a witch not being a bad thing, but a woman that was connected to the earth and was like a healer. So I think it's in a spirit of reclamation for the healing arts that women used to do, but then were burned alive for because men didn't like them. I mean, if you watch there's a show, what is it? It's I think it's on Hulu and Disney Plus, and it's this whole series that talks about the witch hunts, not just in Salem, Massachusetts, because Salem, Massachusetts, they were not that bad. Like the witch hunts that went on before that were insane, like in Scotland and all over Europe. I mean, just hideous, hideous things that people would do to women that weren't doing anything wrong. And I'm sure you've heard of this. Like one of the things that they would do if a woman, like if you threw a woman in the water that you thought was a witch, if she floated, if she was able to swim and survive, then she was a witch, so you'd kill her. And if she sank, then you would dive in after her and save her, because then that meant she wasn't a witch. But then you put this innocent woman's life at risk. And by the way, like, let's just say, I mean, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that I don't think most women were doing something evil connected to Satan. I think it was a lot of a craze of people going insane. So this is, when they say witch, it seems more to me like an attempt to kind of own this thing that women would do, meaning working with plants and working with healing arts and um, trying to connect on a spiritual level to something greater than themselves. And so, anyway, so we're going to go with this. So, if you don't feel comfortable, then peace and blessings to you. And I hope that you have, if this isn't your cup of tea to be with me and do Oracle, I'm going to be doing these in the morning, at least for a while. So, this first deck that I bought is called the Ostara. And Ostara, that means that, I don't know if you can hear it, but Easter is like, Easter comes from this word or is related to that word. So Easter is next week, which is exciting. I kind of like when Easter is later in the week or later in the season, because I just have more time to plan for it. I feel like when Easter comes in March, I'm like, what? It's already Easter? And then I just feel like it's rushed and everything. And so this is the perfect time, because it's like all the way as late as it possibly could be. And we get to, like, I don't know, get the house ready, and I'm excited. So anyway, so I'm excited for that. And by the way, you probably know this, but Easter is always the first Sunday after the first full moon of spring. So Ostara has to do with the spring equinox. And so we had that a couple weeks ago. So anyway, so let's pull one of these cards. I feel like it's so funny because I'm afraid. I'm like, even just the fact that this says witch, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. We're not doing anything evil here, because like I think you can still be a Christian and look at these things, but everybody has to do it in their own way. That being said, all right, so that I pulled off yesterday, but I didn't look through them. So they have this really pretty, you can't really see it, but it's like the sun coming in through here is kind of casting, like making this like rainbow a little bit. So what are we going to ask? So when you go to an oracle deck or a tarot deck, you ask a question. And this woman, Marie Manucherry, said when you ask the universe for a question, rather than, she said, well, the universe doesn't understand the question. I'm like, I'm pretty sure the universe can understand whatever it wants. But she said, make it more like a show me statement. Please show me what the best thing to focus on today now would be. Now that's a little general, but when you narrow it down to one day, that does kind of narrow it down a little bit. Um, these aren't really fortune tellers. I mean, some people look at tarot and oracle, obviously. Oracle is in the name, but they look at that more as a fortune teller. I see oracle and tarot as a great way to sort of externally view what you have going on inside. Because I believe basically that these decks, they're not really telling your future. What they're doing is they're matching your vibration, right? So, and what you're looking for is synchronicities, confirmations for what you already knew or already believed. And also in that Phoebe, that Phoebe thing with the pregnancy test, if it shows you something and you don't agree with it, then it shows you that you don't agree with it. It helps you get clarity. And I love it because it's fun and it works with artwork that's beautiful that somebody created. And it's just, I don't know, it's my jam right now. So, okay, I'm moving things off my desk. If only you could see how messy my desk was. Cleaning the house today, I don't know, but I think it might take a long time. So I'm going to you know, strap in and um, listen to some books and podcasts and all sorts of things to keep me focused today. So now these could be fun. Like if you're into this, to do something like this along with your intention cards, like you write down you sit down with your intention card. Um, and then, and then you could just say, please show me a clarifying, please show me something to clarify my intentions today. So I already did my intentions, but let's do it for you. Okay. So please, and you can say it in your heart. Um, Also, I've heard somebody say that when, you can kind of center in your heart, and that's good, but the larger part of you, like the part that sees everything, your higher mind, the part that's most has a clearer vision of source and everything, that's like bigger than you. And so sometimes when you're trying to connect to that part of you that's more wise or can see the path ahead, like who's standing up on the mountain and can see, you think of it more as your higher mind. So you're sort of connecting and it's still you're still sort of asking yourself, like, what is it? But, I've heard that sometimes it can be helpful. I've heard different things. One, find your heart center. It's whatever works for you. Some people will say, find your heart chakra, and you kind of put your thoughts and intentions and attention there on your heart. Some people, Marie Manucherry actually says to bring it down to the lower chakras and pull your attention to the lower portion of your body. And I've been hearing lately that connect to the part that's up on the mountain that can see ahead, but that is still you, that part of you that's like the greater, the spirit of you that's bigger than your physical body right here. And so I've been doing that, and I actually feel like that helps me more connect. So it's whatever for you. So I'm going to think, yeah. So please show me clarity. Um, what did we say? um, yeah. So please show me clarity about my intentions today. All right. So now I'm going to shuffle them. Oracle cards and tarot decks are so beautiful. Sometimes you're not going to necessarily want to shuffle them the way you shuffle a pack of bicycle cards. And I've never been through this before, so it won't matter because I've never seen them before. So you shuffle a couple times, thinking of the question. And then You just kind of close your eyes and put your attention and intention on it and on the question again. And then you just feel where it feels right. And then I've cut the deck. And then, okay. So today we're just going to pull one. Oh my gosh. I don't even have my glasses on, but I think I know what it says. Do you see that? You guys saw it before I did because you probably don't need glasses like I did. So, and I will show you my intentions that I already wrote today. Do you see that? Clean the house. You know, I'm not worried about this being from Satan. I'm going to tell you right now. The reason why I don't think that's from Satan or evil is because I felt a thrill when I looked at the vacuum cleaner. Cleaning is good. I've been meaning to clean for a long time. It's one of the things that I've been trying to work on to have um, a drop by ready house. If you've known me at all, if you know the real me, which many people don't, that's a big ask for me. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to change. Look at how cool the ring. I only have one ring light, but it's like showing up on my glasses. I only have one. What was I? What was I saying? I only have one. What was I gonna say? I don't know. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back. I will remember if it's important. The reason why I don't think that that means something satanic or anything, it's just simply vibration. This is matching my vibration. You can look at it different ways, but synchronicities, when I was growing up, I always felt like synchronicities were from God. You know, they were orchestrated and like you'd meet people in weird places or it seemed like God was working to set things up and make things fun. And make your life, I don't know, work out and you know like some people call them signs. In our church, we were kind of told signs were bad, but like lots of people have lots of different opinions. But at the end of the day, I think synchronicities are there to show us there is something more, that we're not just alone. Or if you want to just look at it in a purely scientific way, and people who talk about manifestation are sort of emerging with proof and evidence of these things. It's just synchronicities are more just the law of attraction, like occurrences attracting like occurrences and bringing them together. And that looks like synchronicity. But I I mean, and that was off camera too. So maybe you don't believe me, but that is literally the first time I've ever done it. I don't know what any of these other cards say. I haven't looked at any of them. And this is the card I pulled today. So, um, this you can look, and also you can look at it however you want, right? Like spring cleaning. Well, here, let's also read what it says. That'll be fun. Okay, so it's number 38. They're all numbered. Oh my gosh, there's some fun ones in here, but I'm not going to read them right now. Ooh, I like that one. But I'm not going to, that's not today's. Okay, hang on. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Okay. Keywords: clearing, cleansing, making space. It is time to clear from the path all that does not serve you. So this is like helping you on a deeper spiritual level. And by the way, I'm not saying that there are other tarot cards out there that might have a more creepy vibe, but these I do not feel like have a creepy vibe, but I did want to like clear the air on the word witch, which even like makes me feel but if you think of witch, just think of Harry Potter witch, like a girl that can do magic. How cool is that? All right. So, someone or something from your situation is taking up valuable space in your heart and mind, and there will be no room for anything additional to enter your life until you can clean out what is broken, unused, or causing unnecessary clutter. When you receive this card, you are asked to learn the art of letting go. It's one thing to know something no longer has a place in your life, but it's something entirely different to physically take steps to release it, and another thing still to let it go emotionally. There is a clear sign to move on and confirmation that what you have asked for is not for you. By setting yourself free, you are also giving permission for the other people involved to do the same. All of you will now have the chance to find places and people that are in alignment with who you are and now and who you are becoming. Trying to force your desired resolution will only cause unnecessary stress and can lead to further frustrations and additional problems that can easily be avoided by making this intentional choice to seek healthier options. Okay. So then these have these cute little spells. Aubrey Camino opening pathways floor wash. So I guess this is a thing. Floor washes are powerful ways to remove unwanted influences from your home. This floor cleaner will clear your home of negativity, absorb and banish any personal obstacles that have been holding you back, and purify your home. Bring 4 to 6 cups of water to a boil, then add 4 tablespoons of fresh or dried lemon balm, 4 tablespoons of fresh or dried pine needles, 2 tablespoons of fresh or dried rue, whatever that is, 1 teaspoon of fresh or dried mugwort, and 6 tablespoons of fresh or dried Aubrey Camino. All right, so I know I don't have these things in my house. Turn off the heat and allow the plants to steep for 30 minutes. As you're waiting, take the time to open your windows, light a white candle, play some music that will wake up your spirit, and burn some incense. Okay, these things might be a little bit more witchy, like, kind of like potions magic, if you will. It might not be for me. I might not do these things, but all right, I'll continue and then I'll get back to that. Sweep the entire house. Then, when the floor wash is ready, strain the steeped plants and use the remaining liquid to mop your floors. As you work, keep your mind free of negative thoughts and pour your intentions into the act using both the spirits of the plants and your own inner magic. And, and like I was saying the other day, I think we all have different names for things that are magic. And I hope nobody takes this the wrong way, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think people get threatened and they fear lack. And so when people define the same thing with different words, sometimes the fear of lack or fear of something causes those people to want to control the other people and say what they're doing or saying is bad, even though what they're saying might be very, very similar. So, like a positive energy is the kind of energy that Christ had. It's the energy of serving and loving and being kind. I didn't see anything in there that had anything to do with being unkind. There might be the clearing of people that are in your life. I mean, it did suggest maybe having, you know, getting clear on maybe some relationships that aren't working well, but that's nothing different than what Jesus would talk about in many of the parables anyway. So, um, anyway, that's that's what we're gonna talk about today. Oh, I did say I was gonna go back to something, didn't I? Was it what was the thing that I was going to go back to? Oh, this is what I was gonna say, I think. Well, it's what I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna let you go. Whenever you have these cards, like you can read the guidebook or you can know what, the Four of Swords means or whatever. But what I love about these oracle cards and some of these cool new tarot cards that are just illustrations on them is that you can look at them and what do you see in the picture? Right? What do you see in the picture? I only saw the picture first, and that I knew that was a confirmation that this was a synchronicity and this is definitely what I'm going to be doing today. Um, I couldn't even read the words and I was like, "Oh, they're cleaning." That's laundry. um and you just go with what your heart says or your gut says or like you know what you feel like your higher mind is saying, and then check in with your heart, check in with your whole body. The point is not for it to tell you something. It's really any of these cards, really, and any of them, whether they're evil or not, it really doesn't matter. It's what you bring to it. Are you bringing a spirit of, you know like, are you trying to murder someone with them? Or are you just trying to find clarity and connection to your source or to God or to love and light and all of those good things that only bring good to the world? So, anyway, that is what I'm going to leave you with today. My tea is getting cold and I have a house to clean, and I will let you know tomorrow how clean it becomes. I'm sure it might end up being a weekend project. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you oh, and tell me in the comments, like, what do you want to do for Easter? Do you have plans for Easter? Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.